ice harvesting in North America. The weather's extreme in where I live. So when it's cold, it's cold, and when it's hot, it's hot. So we gather ice in the winter to store for the summer. So it actually weighs quite a bit. It weighs 54 pounds per square foot. So there's always a battle going on between the person cutting the ice and the person carrying the ice. It's quite a lot of work on the back to get that loaded in the caboose. There's a skidoo or a snowmobile that pulls it to the shack. And normally we cut on the lake, but we couldn't cut on the lake this year because it's slush, which is water seeping up from the bottom. So we went to a boathouse, and that works just as well. The ice is beautiful. All the people you see in this video have off-grid cabins or off-grid houses. So the camaraderie is awesome. They all get together whenever there's a job to do, and they all gather, and usually there's beer, and they work. So here we got several skidoos pulling trailers to carry ice back, and it's going to take about 10 loads of snowmobiles and ice to fill the shack, which is about 6 feet by 6 feet by 6 feet cubed.
That's probably a better size. Some of them are pretty big.
But they take turns, and of course the person cutting wants big cubes and the person carrying wants small cubes. So there's always a battle going on and grumbling going back and forth about the size of the cubes. This guy is actually pretty strong. He's a fireman. The ice shack is about 300 meters or 300 yards away from where we're cutting the ice. So I pop on the snowmobile and we pull the first load, fill the ice shack over to the shack. It doesn't take too long to get there. The snowmobiles are workhorses. They're quite strong. They can carry 2 people and a load of ice, no problem, to their destination. And it's not far to go. And here JW here is going to be my taxi driver and get me there on time. And behold, this beautiful ice shack. There's sawdust at the top, it's loaded on the back, and you put snow in between the ice cubes. But now we have to put all the cubes in and organize them an inch apart so that they can insulate each other with snow. There's sawdust on the floor to stop the ground from bringing up heat. And so then it's just a question of doing the hard labor, loading them up, and again, it's hard on the back. The bags you see at the top are actually covered with wood chips or sawdust. And now all the walls are filled with sawdust, the floor is sawdust, and the top has to have air, but it'll be covered in sawdust. And the sawdust insulates incredibly well. The ice will last for a very long time. Here we have Kirk arriving with a load of ice. His sleigh is a little older model, but does the job just a trick. And now just the skidoo's going to keep arriving with loads of ice that JW has to load up in the shack. Depending on the size of the blocks, which we all know the battle's ongoing, there's about 15 to 20 blocks in a skidoo ride in the trailer, and about 25 blocks per level, and that's got to fill the shack. Once you have one row completed, you just put snow in between the blocks and on top of the blocks, and that snow will not thaw because the sawdust will be protecting the snow on the outside, and that snow will keep each block separated so they don't bond or melt, and it acts as good insulation, and it's free.
So how long will the ice last? Okay.
It'll last till moose hunting.
In October?
Oh yeah, yeah.